Welcome back, everybody. This is your host, AJ, with TurnTwoGaming.
This is your co-host, Matt Bartram. Just want to say a big thank you to everyone who watched our last podcast, and a big thank you to everyone who subscribed. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. It's just such a cool thing to see everybody joining in with us on the topic of magic. It's just really cool.
Yeah, and this is a whole new journey, like I said last podcast, and we're really excited to bring us to the future. And it's just a lot of cool things have been going on with this, doing the podcast, and it's given us more interest in doing more magic stuff. So, like I said, once again, a big thank you.
Yeah, thank you all. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Preview season.
Oh boy, isn't it exciting, huh?
Oh my goodness. War of the Spark is ramped up to be one of the coolest sets, I think, since I've gotten into Magic, just since like the past 3 years, for me at least. I don't know how you feel with only being a year in, you know?
You know, it kind of reminds me of, and I don't know if everybody's going to give me a little hate on this, but it kind of reminds me of Super Smash Brothers, but for Magic the Gathering. Because you just got all these people just coming in here and just fighting it.
Yeah, I can see that. But it's kind of sad thinking that Bolas tricked all of them to come to Ravnica just to kill them all. I mean, that's just, what a bummer.
Yeah, but, at least we got something cool out of it, though.
I guess, yeah.
And a lot of cool cards, so very, very exciting.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, preview season for Magic is I don't know, Christmas time, basically.
It's Christmas, Christmas. How many? Is it 4 times?
4 times a year,
Four
basically.
This is my 5th time.
This
is your how many times?
I don't know. I've lost count. But basically, with preview season, just all the new cards get spoiled over the course of 2 weeks to a month. I don't know. Some preview seasons last a little bit longer than that. But basically rolls right into pre-release.
Exactly, yeah.
Which is
it's
where
another
you
big
get to
part.
Yeah, which you get to play with the cards before it gets officially released, and you get to also play with the cards on Arena, or the weekend of pre-release, like the day before. So that's kind of cool too.
Yes, and I believe in this type of case too, with the boxes with the pre-release kit, you get another pre-release.
Yes, you do.
In Arena. So yeah, that's really exciting. So you're getting 2 for the cost of 1.
Yeah. I think that's cool. And it's just it's a free client Arena. So you just log in, put in your code, you get a free sealed event out of it. I think it's really awesome. And
it practices, you get more practice out of it too for other building. Let me clarify here. You get more practice on draft events with these type of things.
Yes.
And that's really big, especially when you start going to side tournaments and stuff like that.
Yeah. So, if you're a new player getting into the game, pre-release is pretty much the best time to get into a new set, or a returning player for that fact.
And yeah, I agree. When I first got in, I bought myself one, and then I bought 2 booster boxes and just went hammer it in.
Yeah,
that's how I got into Magic.
Yeah, 2 booster boxes of Dominaria. You're just like, let's go.
No Teferi.
No Teferi.
Oh, if I had Teferi right now, I'd be a different spot.
Well, we did get one.
We did get one.
In the box we bought together.
That's true.
So that was fun.
Yeah, that was cool. But if I had one then, I'd be at a different spot. I don't know where, but I'd be at a different spot.
You probably wouldn't be playing Infect right now.
I probably wouldn't. I'll probably be playing more Control.
Yes, you would. Oh, this card's really good. No, I'm not going to play Infect. But, yeah. But also, if you do buy a box, you get one of those cool buy a box promos.
Yes.
Which is really fun. It's Planeswalkers this time.
Yes. So. I wish it was Nexus again, though.
Why?
It's because I like it.
Nexus of Fate is just such a broken card.
We need more brokenness in Standard,
No, we don't. I already lived through a pretty broken era of Standard, so I don't want to do it again. But... Well, before we go any further, let me talk about some of the new mechanics that we got in this set. The Planeswalkers now have static abilities, which act like enchantments, which I think is really, really cool. Wizards broke the mold. They broke the mold of Planeswalkers, which I think is just phenomenal because Planeswalkers have had this mold of, basically a plus, a negative, and an ultimate.
And I think it needed it, honestly, because it was getting kind of stale a little bit. I mean, it's cool. I enjoyed it. But I think now with this, it kind of gives you like a more of an ability, just like, you know what? I have this stack ability that I can just use throughout the whole game, and it can just mess up my opponent.
So if you think of the new Planeswalkers, that also, didn't even mention this, you get a Planeswalker in every pack.
Yeah. Yes.
So
that's the coolest part.
you get 6 Planeswalkers at your pre-release event, so there you go.
True.
That's fun.
And I think, too, you get a foil Planeswalker in this as well. I think, as a promo.
Well, there you go. I didn't even know that.
I think that's your promo. I could be wrong. If not, if I'm wrong, come after me.
We'll hold you all to that.
Fair enough. If they do have it, you guys give me $1, okay?
Nice. But yeah, these Planeswalkers are basically, if you can think of them as the enchantment card type, but with the Planeswalker abilities.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just so cool.
And I think the next one is Amass. Would you like to describe that too?
Yeah.
Because I know it's kind of confusing. Is it like it's tokens?
Yeah, so basically Amass, if you don't have a zombie army creature token on the battlefield, you create a 0/0 zombie army creature token, put a 1/1 counter on it. Each time you amass, you put another counter on that one, as long as you control a army token.
So instead of like with tokens, you're going wide with tokens.
Yes.
Is this more like you're going straight forward?
Like you're you're building one really big army on the same guy.
Oh, nice.
So that's my understanding of the mechanic. So instead of making 10 1/1s, you're making 1 10/10.
So what would be like the ideal of this? Would you just like get them up really high to give them trample, I guess?
Maybe, but I think the biggest draw for this mechanic is just having a big beefy creature. I mean, you have 10 1/1s. I mean, you're swinging in for that, right?
Yeah.
But having a 10/10, I mean, I don't know. I guess you can, with trample, there's probably other cards you can give trample with. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, like I said, I'm still on the fence on the amass ability. Because I guess it's new, but I guess once we start seeing it in standard, it'll probably be a whole other story.
Yeah.
But let's talk about something they brought back that we didn't think they would ever bring back. Proliferate.
That's correct. Proliferate. I almost totally forgot about that to talk about that just right now.
Because we got Planeswalkers now.
Yeah, I know.
And I believe, too, with the Proliferate, it does affect with those amass creatures, correct?
Yes, it does, because it's a counter. So you get to choose any number of counters that you control and put one more on them.
And you can also use that on your opponents, too, such as things as Infect.
Yes, you can. In fact, I don't know. I'm not a fan of Infect.
I love Infect. I love putting that symbol out saying, hey, you're going to die soon, sir. And I don't even have to hit you for 20. I just have to hit you for the 10. And you know what? You know what's kind of cool about this, too?
What?
I hit you for 9 Infect.
You just proliferate.
I just proliferate. Destroy my creatures.
Yeah, we'll talk about that card in a little bit, but yeah. So, but yeah, those are the mechanics. Really cool. I'm excited for this set. It's a powerhouse of a set. I am quite shocked that some of these cards are being printed at the power level they are. A lot of them are rare. We talked about a little earlier when we were just talking before the podcast about how the commons and uncommons of this set are really, really strong.
Yeah, it's been a while since they've done that.
Yeah. I mean, when you look back in Magic's history and you see like Counterspell, you see Lightning Bolt, you see cards like Manamorphose, these commons that just mutagenic growth, I think, is an uncommon. You know what I mean? Like the Phyrexian cards and all these older cards, they're just so strong. There was a period where I feel like they're not as strong of cards. Now I feel like they're on the uprise.
No, I agree with you. And I think we saw the change with the last set, with the Skewer of the Critics. Is that the one that you, it's pretty much like a lightning bolt as long as I get to hit you?
Yeah, it triggers whenever I take damage. Then you get to use the spectacle cost.
Yes, and that's just amazing. And I think we're going to start seeing that more in standard. Hopefully.
Oh yeah, I really hope so. That the power level keeps continuing to not like go crazy like lightning bolt level.
No,
but we need strong commons and uncommons to round out the set. Also for accessibility. I mean, you want to play Magic, you don't want to have really expensive cards all the time.
And I think that's the thing with too, because it's standard. You're hoping to make it a little bit of a cheaper game that keeps rotating out. So
exactly.
And I think this is really good for that. So should we get into the cards then?
I don't know. Should we?
Well, it's gonna be kind of hard to read, but I'm gonna have to do a voice on this.
All right. So, yeah, go ahead, Matt.
All right. Sorry about the impersonations in the beginning, but it just kind of helps me out here. First one is Karn, the Great Creator. It's a legendary planeswalker with 4 colorless. Activated abilities of artifacts your opponents control cannot be activated. You up him 1 until your next turn. Up to 1 target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature with a power and toughness, each equal to the converted mana cost. So, in a nutshell, you have a chalice. Guess what? Your chalice is gone now.
Why'd you start with chalice?
Because I do not like chalice, dang it. Yeah, you heard my pin click. I'm mad.
You literally start with the 0 mana artifact.
Freaking hate that card. Stupid chalice. Okay, let me go ahead to let me just read the neg 2 before I just go on a rant about freaking chalice. Oh, I'm gonna chalice on 1. Can't play anything. Okay, sorry. Neg 2. You may choose an artifact card you own from outside the game or exile. Okay. Reveal that card and then put it into your hand. So guess what? Hey, guess what? I got a side card here. I'm just going to pop it out. It's going to get into play now.
I don't know why I'm still laughing.
Because it's stupid. Chalice is a dumb card. Everybody's like, oh, let's ban Faithless Looting. But no, let's ban Chalice. Okay.
But card would be on.
I'm sorry for the rant, guys.
No, I get it. We play tested. I chaliced on 0, 1, and 2. Matt couldn't play Magic for the whole game.
And you know what you do when you can't play Magic? You just sit there and you just watch. You have a great time.
But the funny part is he actually won the game.
Which made me even more mad because how could you possibly lose when you chalice all my stuff? And then he had snaring, what's that?
Yeah, ensnaring bridge.
Ensnaring bridge. No, screw it. But let's go back to Karn real quickly. It's a really good card. I'm going to put it out there. It's going to be my side. I'm ready for it. I'm getting it foiled. It's a foiled card.
Yeah, I think you're getting a foil playset, right?
I might have to because this might be my solution for things.
This card wants to utilize its static ability, I think, the most.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I agree with you on that. And I think as well, I don't see it great in Standard at the moment, but I can see it really good in Modern.
Yeah, Modern, Legacy, Vintage, those formats can see Karn. I can already see it being like a sideboard tech against the field, especially if these decks like the Prison decks, the Chalice decks, and those decks become more prevalent. You're going to want to have a Karn in your sideboard.
Well, that, and we got things going on right now with Tron's getting pretty big again. So we're getting out there again.
Tron.
I mean, Tron's not too bad.
Tron is awesome.
I like Tron.
Do Tron things.
Yeah, you can just get.
You can turn. Well, you still have to turn 3 Karn, but it's 4 mana instead of 7.
You know what? I can see this being used still.
Turn your chromatic spheres and stars into 1/1s.
Okay,
that sounds fun.
Let's just not talk about that.
Okay,
let's just read the next card.
All right. Well, here I'll read the next card. Vivian, Champion of the Wilds. It's 2 colorless and a green. Legendary Planeswalker Vivian. You may cast creature spells as though they had flash. That's the static ability. I want to stop right there for a second.
Yeah.
You can cast creature spells as though they had flash.
Golda.
Stop it. You and these cards.
Golda.
Don't say Golda.
Golda. Come on, we can see him back, baby.
If you somehow flash in a Golda, you deserve to win the game.
I'm doing it now. I'm
really?
back in Standard. I'm back in Standard now.
Just because of this card right here.
This card.
No, I don't blame you. Well, Vivian's +1 says, until your next turn, up to 1 target creature gains vigilance and reach. So that's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's really good.
I mean, you can turn to Vivian with Land War into Vivian, but you don't really have a creature to give reach and vigilance to,
Yeah, and I kind of like this too because it gives you a good blocker. I'm going for the modern mindset, but there's still a lot of flyers going on in modern, and it's good to kind of block them. So I'm for this. I think this is a pretty good, reasonable card.
I think the deck that wants Vivian is going to have 4 in there, and it's going to be all creatures. It's going to be maybe I could even see this in a Gruul deck, maybe, especially in Standard with all the creatures in Gruul. I mean, just imagine like untapping with 5 mana and then just saying pass. Like, that's just awesome. Like, that's the kind of games play I like to play, you know?
No, I think those are going to be really good. And I kind of like the whole mindset of it, too, is that you got the whole thing going on that you can just flash them in. Because the whole flashing is just like, you can do a lot of crazy things.
Instant speed is great.
I can just get my infect creatures out.
Stop with this infect.
Okay, I'm sorry. this is not going to infect deck, obviously, but...
Oh my goodness!
We're going to
here. Let me read the -2 here, so we can move on to some other cards. But the -2 says, "Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile 1 face down, and put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. For as long as it remains exiled, you may look at that card, and you may cast it if it's a creature card."
So that means your sorcery spells could have flash. So it's kind of it's really nice.
And I like that if you don't have a creature to protect, Vivian with, the idea that you can find one, and then pass the turn, you can, it's card advantage and pseudo card advantage. You're not, gaining that card in your hand, but.
And I know I know this is not a card that we're talking about, but it's just kind of clicked in my head. There's a 4 mana cost artifact that goes in tapped. We'll probably talk about it later on, but not in this podcast. But when it untaps, you can tap it for 2 different color mana.
Oh yeah, okay.
Well, I'm kind of thinking in my head here that maybe with this, I'm not saying Standard, but maybe in Commander, you can make that card pretty good by just flashing it in, possibly. I don't know, just kind of a thought, and I kind of like it. I say, there's a lot of cool things you can really do with that.
Yeah. No, that's really cool. Yeah, Vivian, I really feel like is underdog, like with what I.
She was popular in Core 19 too, wasn't she?
Yeah. No, Vivian Reed, that card was just a powerhouse in Standard. What I mean is, I feel like that Vivian kind of takes the place. It's kind of like with the Teferi's.
The new Teferi
is really good, but also you got Teferi, Hero of Dominaria, which is fantastic.
I think we're going to probably see him play doubled.
Yeah.
To a degree.
So with this Vivian, I feel like it kind of requires its own deck.
No, I agree with you on that.
So
I can see it it's either going to be tokens. I can see it really good in tokens, or I can see it in maybe like a green-red Stompy.
Mm-hmm. So. Or green-white. Some kind of green-white deck.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
All right, so enough with Vivian. I think Matt just really wants to talk about Infect.
Oh, man.
So here's Matt's segment on Contentious Plan.
Oh, my goodness. This is a beautiful card for your Infect players here. It's a sorcery for a 1 blue and 1 colorless. Proliferate. That's the first part. But the second part's even better. You get to draw a card. And you know what it means. You get to get closer to your become immense. You get to get closer to, I don't know, just destroy your opponent. It's just going to be amazing, all right? I can see how, oh my goodness, with this proliferation, it just gets me all shaky and itchy, and I'm getting excited. This is a pretty straightforward card, though. Let's be honest. It's a common, but it's a really good common, though.
I'm not sure what to say. You're just really excited about this card.
Oh, man, you don't understand. This is definitely going to be a foiled card for me.
I think he's going to have 100 foils of this card.
Oh, man, I'm going to, take a bath with these. And then they're all going to be ruined. I'm just going to be sad. Kind of. Let's think about this
again.
They're
all going to be really, really soggy.
Soggy cards. Oh.
Anyways, well.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a really cool card because I'm pretty sure this is the lowest cost proliferate that we've seen.
Yes.
At least I'm aware of.
The other one's 3 costs with an instant.
Yeah, I think that's steady progress.
And I think this one's just a little bit better, even though it's a sorcery, but I would say just stick with 2 in the deck if you're going to play Infect, but if you're not playing Infect, I'll stick with 4. I mean, like, I think this is going to have a great time. I think we're going to see this card a lot in Standard. Because you're going to have, like, all your, or even Super Friends. You just come.
Yeah, a Super Friends deck would really want this card because, I mean,
I think
why wouldn't
I think we're going to see somebody, I don't know if it's going to be good, but we're going to definitely see somebody try to create a Super Friends deck with this set. I think it's pretty obvious.
Inevitable.
Yeah.
And I know we're not talking about this card, but the Elder Spell, it just ruins everybody's day.
That's the one that's 2 black, right?
Yeah,
and just destroys. Yeah, you know, and then you kind of think about that kind of stuff, and you're like, yeah, Super Friends ain't that good. We shouldn't be doing this. We need to stop our way ahead.
Oh, here we go, Matt.
All right, do you want to go ahead and talk about your favorite card? I don't know if is this your favorite.
No, it's not my favorite card, but it's one of the best cards of its kind.
Hey, guess what though? And the Professor.
It's a wizard,
and it's a Merfolk.
It's a Merfolk.
The Professor would be so happy. Can we? I think we could see this. Okay, sorry. Let's go. You should probably read the.
All right, let me. So Augur Bolas, 1 colorless, 1 blue. It's a Merfolk wizard. Mm-hmm. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an instant or sorcery card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Card selection. That's the best thing in Magic.
Oh, yes. I can see this doing really good. I can see this going in Modern, maybe.
Literally every single build I've seen on all the different websites that I check deck lists on has 4 in it. When this was in Standard before, it was a mainstay. It's going to be a mainstay in pretty much.
Oh, is this a reprint?
Yeah, this is
a
reprint.
I didn't know it's a reprint.
Oh, yeah.
So has this been actually, is this in a Modern deck?
It's not in a, like a specific Modern deck, but it's in Pauper decks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's
sorry.
a 4 oven.
All right,
so this isn't a new card. No.
Okay, sorry about my ignorance on that one there.
So, I feel like I just caught you off guard for a second.
You threw me completely off guard. I was like, man, this is a cool card, man. But see, I've only been in it a year, so give me a break, guys. All right.
Yeah, no, it's a reprint, and
it's a good one though.
It's a very
really
good one. And I love the flavor of it. I mean, Augur Bolas. It's cool.
It's good art too. He looks like he's gonna whoop somebody's butt. Like, I'm getting tired of you crapping around here.
Yeah, I love card selection. It's so nice to be able to dig through your deck because everybody hates when you top deck just the wrong card. Or when you try to Snapcaster back a Dispel and you surgical extract it. Anyways, we're not going to talk about that.
You know, I love it when it doesn't happen to me. Because that means I have a good chance of winning.
Yes, that's very true.
So you got to think of the other side of it, okay?
Yeah, I know.
So,
but I'm always on the receiving end of being just completely out of luck and never getting a good draw.
You just got bad luck, man. It's all right. It happens to all of us. Happens to all of us.
I don't know.
We'll hug it out later.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got one more card here
and
for you.
And it's a mythic, guys.
Yeah.
A really cool mythic.
So we tried to keep with fun cards today. Cards that we think might not see, like, I don't know, as much play. Pretty sure Augur Bolas and is going to see a lot of play. But this card, I'm going to see if I can pronounce it right. Pretty sure it's Ilharg the Razeboar.
You got to do Eidershi.
No,
you got to go, Hagad, the Razeboar. That's terrible.
I can't do stuff like that.
People are going to be like, what are you doing?
Okay.
Hagad, the Razeboar. Right. Okay, I'm sorry.
So,
go ahead.
3 colorless, 2 red. Trample.
Boom.
It's a legendary creature, Boar God.
Boom.
Okay, here we go. Whenever the Razeboar attacks, you may put a creature card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped and attacking. Return that creature to your hand at the beginning of the next end step.
You know what I'm going to say?
It's always Galta?
It's always Galta.
It's always Galta.
18
every single time.
Every time.
Did you just say 18?
It'd be 18 altogether.
8. Oh, it would be. Oh, my goodness. I thought you meant he was 18. I'm like, no.
No.
18. That's the impervious. No, that's 16. I have all of my numbers wrong.
No.
But 18 on turn 6?
I mean, if you don't win the game, then that's kind of your fault there.
Yeah, that's true. All right, the rest of the card says, When the raised boar dies or is put into exile from the battlefield, you may put it into its owner's library third from the top.
So it's not going anywhere.
No, it's not.
I'm definitely going to be seeing this in Commander. I'm really excited about seeing this in Commander because you're just going to get craziness going on.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to be the really cool thing that's going.
When you have a lot of experience with Commander, with cards and that, so I can't imagine the combos that you could pull off with this.
Because you just keep getting them to the top three. And the only way to stop it would be exile, right?
No, I mean, it says when it's put into exile.
Oh, yeah.
Dies.
No, never mind. So never mind. Yeah, you can't do anything
You can't do anything.
Can't do anything about it.
You have to basically make it not attack.
Yeah. That's going to be kind of interesting. So,
but no, this card I think is, since it's a 5-drop, in my opinion, it has a chance to see some play.
Yeah.
But I feel like with the cards that are coming with War of the Spark, it's really hard to say that this will be like in the top. Just because there's just so many good cards we haven't even got a chance to talk about yet.
Yeah, I think this is going to be, I think this is showing off that it's just a really good set.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about it.
This card would be like an amazing bomb in limited. I mean, just attack with it and then put a card in. It just happens you don't even have to play your creatures.
It just makes things really cool. I think just think about it. I mean, you can just keep getting. This can be really good for a dragon deck too. Think about it.
Well, think about all the enter the battlefield triggers that you could be having.
It's gonna be nuts. And I think last time I talked about this too was you can get Nick a Bolus out, swing in with him, use his mana, flip him.
Mm-hmm.
So he doesn't have to go back to your hand at that point. So that's something to kind of keep in mind. It's going to be kind of stupid, though. Just like, I got Nick a Bolus out. Didn't even have to pay his mana cost. And he has haste. Because that's pretty much what it is. It has haste.
Yeah, that's true.
Or you can create tokens. Goblin tokens with this. Swing in.
It's just a never ending.
It just never ends. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Commander card right there, baby. So, I think that's all the cards that we're going to talk about tonight, right?
Yeah. We just wanted to keep it short and sweet and just talk about some of the fun ones we saw. Starting this podcast, we were kind of already in War of the Spark preview season.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was a little rough.
I believe the end of this week is going to be the full spoiler, or the beginning of next, going into pre-release weekend, next weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I think next week what we're going to try to do is Matt and I both are going to pick our top 5 cards in the set.
Just for you, yes.
Yes.
Because this is going to be insane, people.
And what we like to do is kind of put a stake in the ground and say, hey, I think even if this card sees no play, we think this card is going to be the next best thing.
And if the card goes to $30, then you know who said it first. It was us.
And we bought no copies because we can't.
Because we are broke. Because I just got done foiling out decks. Don't do that, people.
You foiling out Infect.
Yeah, I'm pretty close. I'm so close.
Well, I did pick up 4 Magic Fest Lightning Bolts, though. That was awesome.
And did you get another...
I got a Steam Vince Expedition.
See, and you think I'm like going crazy. You're the one going
I
up.
traded for all those, though. See, that's what I like to do. I like to trade for all my cards.
Well, you know what? I quit buying boxes because I learned my lesson.
That's true. See, there you go. There's your lesson. You can either get boxes of cards or you can foil out decks.
I think what I'm going to recommend to you guys is if this is a new set for you, you want to build up your collection, buy a box. If this is something that you played Magic, you got a whole bunch of cards, just go ahead and get the cards that you want. I think that's going to be the main thing. I think it's that simple.
It is cool, though, that during this season, you're going to get a Planeswalker in every pack.
No, it's lame, dude.
Why is it lame?
Because it ruins the impact of having a Planeswalker. Duh. No, I'm really excited. I think this is going to be pretty sick. I'm going to get all excited. We're like, oh, I got a Tybalt. Actually, and
No, we
Tybalt
can't
is amazing.
Are we going to look up Tybalt real quick?
Should we?
You can if you want.
I don't think we should, but Tybalt's better now. He's my favorite.
Sure, we'll look up Tybalt. How about that?
Okay, we'll look up Tybalt. But okay, while he's looking up Tybalt, just talking about Magic again here is that we just want to say again with the whole podcast, thank you for listening this far. We appreciate every little bit because this is really something that we want to try to do as a big hobby of ours, and it's just really cool to hear all the feedback. So thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you guys. So here we go. Tybalt, Rakish Instigator.
Mm-hmm.
Your opponents can't gain life.
Yep.
He's a 3 drop, 2 colors, 1 red. He has a -2, create a 1/1 red devil creature token with, when this creature dies, it deals 1 damage to any target.
It's beautiful. Is he still 2 cost or is he 3 cost now?
No, he's a 3 cost.
Lame. But it's okay. I'm still excited though. Because he's 2 cost last time.
I have a feeling that you're going to open this in your pre-release pack.
Dude, I hope it's my promo. I hope that it's my foil promo. If it's my foil promo, I'm just going to be like high five people. Like, guys, guess what I got? I got Tybalt. This is what I've always wanted in my life.
Oh, man. But no, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to hang out with us. And like Matt said earlier, with us just expanding our hobby and into podcasting and just being able to hang out and just enjoy Magic in a different way.
And this is definitely a learning experience for us because guess what? This is our second time recording this.
Yes, it is. We tried once and it didn't really work out well.
I just want to give you guys a heads up of what it sounded like beforehand. Hey guys, it's this bad.
It's this bad.
So
we are in a different space.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
in a different space today, and I have my chin right next to the mic. So
yeah, we're working on it. It's a work in progress, but thank you guys for listening. And yeah, I don't know.
Have a good one, guys. Peace out.
All right.
Peace. Boom. Turn 2. That was a lot better.
Matt didn't even let me say goodbye. Have a good night, everybody.